Welcome to RaidGuides.com's video guide to Garalon in the Heart of Fear on 10-man normal difficulty. My name is Arch and I will be guiding you through this encounter. Okay, this is a completely new boss. I can't think of any boss that's like this at all. So, how this boss works. Now, it's quite a lot to it, so let's just go through the basics. First of all, in terms of damaging him, in terms of bringing him down, you can target his body and DPS that. On top of that, you can target his legs and DPS those. When you're in one of these blue circles by the leg, you will deal 100% increased damage to that particular leg. Now, whenever a leg dies, Garalon will lose 3% health. So it is worth DPSing the legs down, to get the damage buff on the legs to bring him down, because it is DPS neutral. It's the same as DPSing his body. Whenever a leg is destroyed, it will slow Garalon down, so he doesn't move as fast, which is very important for how the whole fight works. Now, how this fight works is upon the pull, he will apply pheromones to the closest person. So you need to make sure your tank is the closest person. Beware. And that will cause him to fixate on that player. Every so often, the player with pheromones will drop a little orange puddle, which deals damage. So, as well as pulsing AoE damage. So they'll pulse damage, drop a puddle, and then you need to move out of it. He will also be casting an attack called Furious Swipe now. And that will hit everything in front of him, as you saw. Now, it has to hit 2 players. If it doesn't hit 2 players, something nasty happens. I can't remember what, but it's bad. So your 2 tanks have to be in front to make sure they get hit by the Furious Swipes. Beware. Now, this is where it gets tricky, because the pheromones, when you get rid of it, leaves you with a debuff. Now, well, not so much that. Whilst you're getting it, you're gaining a stack, which increases the damage that it does, and this has a 2-minute duration, so you have to, once you've lost it, you have to wait 2 minutes, ideally, before you get it back again. Now, that means not just the tanks can do it, you need more people. So we had, I think, a rotation of 4 people do it. Now, in order to change person with the pheromones, you just have to literally stand right next to each other. So look, the shaman just took it, oh no, now he's going to take it from me. Took it from me. And so then turn it over to the next person. Beware. And then they will continue to do it. Now, if you are not a tank and you are kiting the boss, you have to make sure you are out of range of his Furious Swipes. Otherwise, you will die. Now, it's a good idea to do, as you can see we were doing here, to take it right around the edge of the room to give yourself as much kiting space as possible. And he also, a last final thing he does is called Crush. Now, this is triggered either A, when somebody walks inside the purple circle. If you walk inside the purple circle, it will do Crush, which hits everybody for like a lot of damage. And if you're in the purple circle, you will die. So don't go inside the purple circle. He also casts Crush whenever a swap between the pheromones happens. So when you swap from one person to the other person with pheromones, he will do a Crush. So healers need to be prepared for that Crush. You want to announce when the swap is coming so they can get ready to heal, because it hits like a fucking truck. 120k on every player, so it's a lot of damage. So his legs will periodically respawn. He'll summon them back. He will also periodically heal one of them back up to full health, so you want to make sure you kill it before that happens. I think it's on the timer, as you can see there, it's coming in the next 5 seconds, so you want to make sure either all legs are on full health or all legs are dead. There's no point having a leg which needs healing when he casts that. Beware. I think the tightest part about this fight is the enrage timer, from what we heard. I mean, we didn't really have a big problem with it because we had like rogues to cleave and warriors to cleave and an overpowered fire mage, but he does have a hard enrage. He will just do a massive Crush, which deals, I think it's 10 million damage to everyone. So if you hit that, it's game over. I'm not sure what the timer is. I think it's like 6 minutes, because I don't have the timer on my boss mods for some gay reason. But you just continue to run around the square, swapping pheromones, ranged avoiding the furious swipes, healers preparing for the crush. Oh, it also stuns you when the crush comes. It'll stun you. Well, it doesn't so much stun you, but it knocks you down, which effectively stuns you. So be prepared for that, because if you're the pheromones person, you will most probably get stunned in a little puddle. So you need to be ready with a cooldown or some big healing on you or something. Some professional puddle dropping skills here. So basically just DPSing down his legs whenever they appear and kiting him properly and healing through the crush and making sure both tanks get hit by the furious swipes is basically the entire fight. It's not actually that hard to execute. It's just quite, because it's so different to anything done before, it is quite a shock to a lot of players, but it's quite straightforward. The DPS requirement is probably the biggest problem.
Beware. Beware.
I'm pretty sure that you'll hit Enrage before you run out of space. So yeah, look, the priest ran into the furious swipes and got insta-gived, so don't do that. Rubbish priest.
Beware.
So not too hard, but very much different. So good luck, have fun, and we will see you in the next boss.